sharp as obsidian. Cut through the lies, corruption, graffiti, and titanium. Snakes in the swamps think they swim in slick amphibians. Constitution blades, we carve through their oblivion. Cash for kids, now we like that scam ablaze. Traitors in the shadows, lost in their twisted maze. Snatch the gavel back, justice in the people's gaze. Breaking chains with syllables, watch the system rephrase. Leave the kids alone, no pawns in your schemes. We the watchdogs, waking up your daydreams. Cleaning out swamps, revolution streams. Truth prevails, echo shatters corrupt regimes. Battle cry loud, iron fist hit the drums. Villains meet their end, chaos comes from crumbs. The Constitution roars, amplifies our tongues. Flood the dungeons with light, purge the system scum. Bam! No deals under the table, transparency our grind. Greedy claws crack, vultures out of time. We armor injustice, front line redefine. Dirty waters purified, the movement intertwined. Leave the kids alone, no pawns in your schemes. We the watchdogs, waking up your daydreams. Cleaning out swamps, revolution streams. Truth prevails, echo shatters corrupt regimes. No deals under the table, transparency our grind. Greedy claws cracked, vultures out of time. We armor injustice, front line redefined. Dirty waters purified, the movement intertwines. Cap. What? Leave the kids alone, no pawns in your schemes. We the watchdogs, waking up your daydreams. Cleaning out swamps, revolution streams. Truth prevails, echo shatters corrupt regimes.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I am the CPS Punisher, and this is CPS Victims Hunting Justice. Tonight, we have our chat as right here. Boom. There we go. Spanny's here for a few minutes, but not much more than that. Cool. That's great. Sorry we're late today, guys. We got a lot of things that are going on. both in the CPS world and in the world of, um, well, in the world of what we've got going on in our lives here. Um, don't forget, like, share, do all that good stuff, because it's all very important to get our show out there. So today I had a meeting with some sales guys, and looks like I'm trying to buy us a move up here. Let me close this. My that's where all the finest filming equipment goes. So it looks like I'm trying to get us a Roku, a channel on Roku, guys. This way we can get our message out a little bit more here. It's pretty cool concept, and right now they have a special going for another couple of days, where they, yeah, come on in, Spanny. Absolutely, come on in. If we got a couple of, what was this here? Roku, yes, being on Roku would be huge. We get out to a whole nother array of people spreading our word. It's pretty pricey. Not pricey in the sense of what it is in the reality of the how much it costs, but when we're pumping this out the way we pump things out, it is a little pricey. It's $2.99 a month, for the Roku channel, and I'm thinking if I'm gonna just I'm gonna put up a donations thing and see if I can't get some help from anybody out there to purchase this thing and see if we can start going rocking and rolling and getting our message out to more, because we've got it, guys. And like if we're promoting going gas to the ass, then we better be the ones that are putting the gas to the ass, right? Like that's the way this has got to be. No other way. So I'm going to put that out there. I don't know if any of you have ever seen this before, if we've ever put it up here, but we do have a fund the live stream QR code, which is somewhere over in this little sideline here. Let's see. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know. It's in here somewhere, but it's support the stream right there. So maybe I'll keep this one up here. No, they have not. Yes, I'll send you the link, Spanny. I only know very little of what I can see in the chats about V. So yeah, I'll put this support this stream up, guys, from time to time. If you guys can click on that, please do. And then if you can donate a little bit, I mean, even $1 is fine, and even just sharing it to a friend would be just fine too. I understand that we all are in hard times. I understand, and I'm not expecting anybody to do this, to be perfectly honest. But if you're able to help out just a little bit, then please do. Before anybody does this right now, let me make sure that the connection's right. I will make sure by the end of the show I have a first-hand knowledge of whether or not this thing is running in the proper way that it's supposed to be and that it's in the right spot. I would hate for you to donate any sort of hard-earned money that any of you guys in some more than generous donations and have it end up in some place that it's whatever. So I value anything that you guys out there do to help us in the station, which many of you have done in the past. And I hate even to ask, which I'm not asking directly, but it would be a great help, believe me. And I think it would be a great move for all of us here at the station. I think that we're ready to move into the big world. I know that things are a little bit tough still on where we're at, but you know what? We'll get through it, right? We'll all get through it, and we'll fight through and push through. And I think Roku is where we need to go to next. So that's the goal that I'm setting, and I'm going to stick with it. And if you guys can do anything with this little QR code here, or if you guys can send 50 cents, $1, $2, whatever you can send through, a couple different ways through Cash App or whatever, then please let me know, and I can have you set up with the all the means necessary to help us out. So there is all of that. We've got hello Danielle in the house
Hey,
with us.
sorry. Just popping
No,
in.
it's
Whoops.
oh, hey, yeah, she's in the show. What's up, Danielle?
Hey.
Do you have access to Spanny right away that they can give her a link for this show?
For
You
who?
guys, for Spanny?
Shani? Yeah, I can. I'll send it to her.
Cool,
I'm
thank
just
you.
doing. Yeah, I'll do that right now.
I actually
Hold up.
wanted to hit on. I wanted
Huh?
to. Who is Manuel? I'm trying to see. I can't see this. Um,
You know that case up there in West Virginia that they adopted the kids in Minnesota. I'm taking it. But
yeah,
that's it's horrifying.
that's horrid,
It's
right?
sick. That's sick.
Horrid.
That's sad. It's very sad. Let me
Ugh,
get this link for her.
terrible. It's really. I mean, thankfully the neighbors called, but that was another again incident where CPS they gave them this in a silver platter. They're like, "Hey, CPS, here you go. There's kids in a shed." Like,
Right. And
hello.
they went through 2 states, Washington State, Minnesota, and then West Virginia in 2023. That's when they discovered the abuse.
In a shed. Will you please come over and look at the kids in the shed?
It's messed up. It really is.
Ridiculous.
Spanny,
It just
I'm coming. It
just
is.
goes to show that they don't care. They don't care. It's not about the money. Who's gonna adopt these kids that have been in a shed all their life? You know what I
And I
mean?
could
Like
just
that's going to be the mentality of CPS. That's not the truth. That's not what people really think. If anything, I would think people are going to reach out even more so to help these people that are traumatized. But in the
right,
eyes of CPS, no, they want to steal children that are adoptable. That's how they get their money. That's how they get
right,
the cherry on the end of the Sunday. You know what I mean?
yep,
It's
yep.
freaking
And
disgusting.
it's
Yeah, son. Yeah,
it's
it's really
sickening. It is. Spanny, you got the? Did you get the link? Y'all get the link? You think?
What was really awesome
It's,
about that whole thing though was the judge. That judge tore their ass.
oh yeah.
That
I
statement
just
of
wish.
yeah,
Mm,
that statement was I hope that God has mercy on your souls because this
mhm. Look,
you
that
know
was great. Did you
you're a
see
hero.
the look she gave him? The look. That look
Oh
was bad.
yeah,
The look. Like I
piercing.
just. Yes. She was not playing. Like she just looked sick. She looked sick. Very sick.
Yeah. Very
Oh
sick.
yeah.
Oh, you know who else wants to come in? It's Fowler. Also, we're gonna have a full house.
Okay.
We
Okay.
have Governor in the back room there too. He wanted to just chill out for a minute, sit in the back, see what's up. And who's my wife?
Great. Who is that?
Yeah.
Oh, is that my name?
No, I was asking who it is.
I don't know.
Where's Spanny?
Mom and wife.
Yeah, who is it? I'm bringing her
The
on.
link didn't work. It
Come
should
on in.
have. Hold on, Fanny.
What?
Hold
I have the support this stream over my face. So if you want to see me, click on and support the stream, and then be able to see my
There you go.
beautiful.
Fanny. Fanny, did you not get it?
I'm just
Hold
kidding,
on,
yeah.
no.
I can't bring
Hold
her in.
on. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Hold on.
She's stopping me from bringing her in. Who is I want to see mom and wife out here.
Yeah, we want to dig a little deeper into this because it's not only the fault of these adoptive people, these torturers or these kidnappers or whatever you want to call them, slave drivers. But you know what happened in the court that they ended up in this care. They were on to say, oh, we're going to go look for what adoption agency might be involved. Everybody knows this was CPS, and they're trying to go to make the judge look like a good lady because maybe she is a good lady, but the person that got them in that place is not good. I can tell you that.
No, absolutely not. I mean, there was just a full sale. That's a full sale all the way across. Fail, epic fails. Gunner.
How you doing?
All right, come
Did
on in.
Spanny get in? I sent her the link again. Did it still not work? I sent her.
Send a link to the-
Was that me? Oh, crap.
No, there's somebody back there. Hold on.
Okay,
So,
So I need one for Fowler, and I also need a link for Spanny.
okay, let me send you the link.
Taken.
okay,
Here we
let's-
go.
Manny does.
Wait till I show you what I've been working on, guys. I got some good stuff to show you.
I hear somebody coming in. Nobody?
The doors are there.
There we go. Who's that?
Trying to get this stupid camera to refocus. Piece of crap. So I found out something interesting today. Someone posted in one of the groups that their children have been removed because they are what we call self-professed Satanists, which most of them really are not. It's just a rebellion thing, but just their belief system. And because the local CPS and the CAC Center and all that other stuff are fun-loving Christian religious people, have said, we believe because of your belief system, it's not safe for the children. And it's forcing them to take Christian classes at a church to get their kids back.
See, and right away, that's what they did with us is like, okay, so they presume what your beliefs are, but they have no idea what you believe in because they have no history of you at all. But that's what they were talking about our beliefs. I can tell you that. And they were all wrong. Everything they thought we were, we're not.
Oh, they assume every bit of it. I mean, it goes on. It doesn't matter.
Spanny, here's Spanny.
Yeah, I said fuck it and went outside.
Perfect. That's what you got to do in Alaska weather. All right, watch this, everybody. I want everybody to see this. I've got 2 new videos today that I'm going to show. This is my first one. All right, check this one out that I just finished. Just fresh off, so there's watermarks in it that I'll take out, but I just made this guy right here. Let me make it big screen for everybody to watch.
I'm just your average parent trying to do right by my kids. Never thought I'd have to, deal with something like this. It was a regular Tuesday afternoon. The kids' toys were scattered everywhere. Then there was a knock at the door. My heart sank when I saw who it was.
Hello, I'm from Child Protective Services. We've received a report and need to inspect your home.
I didn't know what to do. They wanted to come in, look around, talk to my kids. My hands were shaking. I felt like I was doing something wrong even though I knew I wasn't. But then I remembered something I'd read online about knowing your rights. I took a deep breath and said, I'm sorry, but unless you have a warrant, I can't let you in. The CPS worker looked surprised. They weren't used to parents knowing their rights. It wasn't easy, but I stood my ground. I protected my family's privacy that day. Remember, when CPS knocks, know your rights. It can make all the difference.
Huh? What do you think of that one?
Good video. That was good. That was good.
They added a little claymation. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I thought that was all right.
You could do a spin-off part 2 of that one, to where they try to force their way in, and you ask, "Where's your warrant, court order?" or you're claiming imminent danger, and you're not a cop. You have no oath, and then they start pushing in. Then the last thing you hear is click, click. Second Amendment kicks in, baby.
Yeah, click, click, boom, right? Oh, that's a big kitty now, huh?
I'm just saying it's constitutionally sound if an actor or an elected or anybody from any form of state, local government, federal government, it does not matter, requires to have a warrant or a court order, legitimate one, with firsthand knowledge for a reason to come in with a specific of what they're looking for. If not, it is very clear when they cross that threshold in their official capacity, as soon as they get past it, all their immunity and everything is gone. They're no more than a common criminal. Maybe that's tell me how that's not constitutionally unsound.
We showed the picture yesterday of Ilya Gonzalez, right? You didn't come in my house like that. Guns ablazing, looking for my child. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
FAO, right? That's simple as that. Doesn't matter who you are. You'd be the president. You come busting my door, guns blazing at me, and I'm sitting there watching TV with my kids. It's on. Well, I don't have kids anymore because I took them. But if they were still around and they did that, then it's game over. Absolutely. I'm tired of these people trying to say, "Oh, let's protect," like this. The cops, it's this. They know damn well that they don't need to come in there the way that they're coming in. Come
Fourth
on.
Amendment
Like,
is
that's
very
just
well
asinine.
established. There is tons and tons and tons and tons of Fourth Amendment case law, and there is not a liberal interpretation out there, because even when they have a unique situation, everything else, the Supreme Court justices are still required to go by other rulings or other things similar or past rulings through there as reference to see where the rest of the Supreme Court is and their arguments for those things. That's what the judge takes time to go to their chambers, look over the law, see how it's applied, how it's interpreted, compare it to case law. I mean, if you don't believe me, go look at and what an excellent job of this Supreme Court judge in the Ninth District Court when CPS was talking about in California about having actors, and the way that judge responded was just precise, clear, no room for interpretation. This has been defined, and the whole thing it comes down to is just blowing his mind. I was like, this should be common sense. And the other thing he said was, this was beautiful, and Darren, you'll appreciate it. We don't always have to have case law for precedents.
Thank you.
Hey, Spanny.
Stop this law.
Hi,
Spanny.
maybe. We'll see if it works.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. It was just not connecting.
It's just Alaska, Hank.
Hey.
No, I usually don't have that problem.
Oh, well, good. So, Spanny, what's up with you? I know we only got you for a couple minutes. What do you got going on?
I got a whole bunch of things going on. I'm going to be meeting with some more grant people soon to try and get Wicked Warriors off the ground fully.
Yep.
So that's going to be a start. I know there's a lot of rumors going around, but as I said, I don't care what they say about me, but if they start talking or attacking my clients, there's going to be issues.
I don't know anything about what that is, but if you want to elaborate, feel free. If not, then I understand.
Well, it's because everybody thinks I'm not on lives, therefore I'm not helping people.
You don't have to be seen.
Let me tell you, most of my day is helping people.
Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah. Most of my life, most of what I do in the background is helping.
You're even on the songs, for God's sakes. Clearly, you are doing things.
If you're not
Oh, yeah.
you may probably have more time to do these things.
And plus, I mean,
Yeah.
your face, if you are out there, whether you're not live, it don't matter. Like, your face is still out there. You're still out there. Your name is, like, screw what they say, man.
Yeah, you're in your
And as I said before, you know,
Who would have the
I
audacity?
participate a lot. I just don't participate in the lives because I'm doing things.
Right, well, why would
Like,
anybody-
I've bounced around between 7 different clients today, so.
Great job,
Yeah.
because you're practicing what Zhang Tzu in the Art of War says. Take that time
Yeah.
when your enemy thinks that you're sleeping and waking and making yourself stronger, being knows, bringing up your reinforcements, everything else, to where your enemy becomes so arrogant they make a mistake, and then the book said, slit their throat.
Yeah.
But that great job. I love to hear that Art of War just in there of saying you're doing what you're supposed to do and you're playing your enemy. Right on, girl.
Wait, Athena, that's where I left my cane? Damn it. Okay, well, I'll be seeing you tomorrow anyway. Sorry.
So, yeah, don't worry about what anybody says. You know, who cares anyway? You know what? The focus is on the kids, and if they've got enough time that they can sit there and talk shit, then they're not worth the jam anyway. You know?
Yeah, Athena lives 5 minutes from me, so I see her a lot. Apparently, I left my cane over there.
Wasn't a cocaine, was it?
No, I have a wooden cane I have to use due to the stalker hitting my hip.
Yes.
That's right.
So I got this. Hey, Spanny, who do you guys have on? I know that, like I said, you only be in for a second. What do you got? I heard that you got some new show coming up, or doing some new podcasting and
It's
stuff.
going to be called Wicked Warriors Rise, so it's literally going to be an off-branch of Wicked Warriors families.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that little kitty. Sorry. sidetracked. I see Fuzzy.
I got these for you. Okay, Wicked
What
Warriors
we're doing
Rise.
on that is we're going to be helping protect a lot of the clients and the parents by telling people some things about some of the advocates that they don't need to be using, which we
Exposing.
have actual proof, legal proof on.
So exposing bunk advocates.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that what you got
There's a
going?
lot of them out there. I got a lot of evidence that I'm not sharing until we start the Wicked Warriors Rise.
Yeah.
What are some of that evidence is already in court, so I can't show some of it.
No, what I mean was, what are some things to look for if you have advocates approaching you, or you're seeking advocates?
If they want,
to look for if they're false?
if they want all your files in hard copy, like literally they go to your house and get the hard copies, do not use it. Do not use them. If you do not have backup copies of that crap, don't use it. If you don't know that advocate well enough to say, yes, they're good enough, or they will say, hey, you want to go to court with me? That's okay. Because then you can still get your hard copies. You know,
Right.
I know there's at least 3 I can name off of my head that will take your money, take your files, and you'll never see them again.
Yep.
Right. All right.
There's another one that will say, hey, well, you need to just pay my gas to get there. And you give them the gas and they never show up.
Right. So if they ask you to pay their way, essentially is what you'd say there, right?
They essentially needed a ride somewhere.
Right.
If they need a ride somewhere, you take them to that ride and you go with them, because there's a couple out there that will steal vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus Almighty!
Well, there's all sorts of stuff out there. There's lawyers going out there doing some of the same thing with doing things against things. And no, I'm not going to discuss what some of this groups know. Them not talking about just anything like that. That's debatable. Done with the story. There are others that are fucking crooked. Take their money, charge them $20,000 to help them with their federal case, only to nosedive it and to turn around so you can never go back into federal court again.
I know one advocate that charged somebody $20,000 to get her documents that she never got.
Mm-hmm.
I know another one that was trying to get her birth certificate, and they charged her $5,000 to try and get her birth certificate, and she never got it. I know one that they said, well, you need to put a mortgage on your house in order to pay me as an advocate. Guess what?
Well,
never saw that money and got stranded and got their home removed.
Who in the world would ever have to pay $5,000 for
we
a
will
birth
be starting
certificate?
to talk about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going down to the records department and pulling that damn thing in the county you were born.
Yeah, because my kids were born in a little town, and I got a copy of their I got their birth certificate after I was CPR'd. Because I got a little town, a little freaking office. I said, could please let me copy? Cut me what? Maybe $10 for both of them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, there's no way.
This is stuff that Wicked Warriors Rise is going to come out with, because we're tired of it. We're tired of seeing the clients screwed. We're tired of seeing parents screwed because of the simple fact that people are just money hungry. I'm not money hungry. If I ask for $20 or $40, it's because I have an RV. That one right there. That's what I live in. I live in Alaska. I need heat.
Right.
Yeah.
$40 lasts me 4 to 5 days on a propane heater. That's also the only thing I have to cook on.
You need a little fire pit or something. You got a fire pit down there?
You need to get something that's multi-fuel.
I can't burn right now. We haven't had enough. We can't burn right now. We've had we've really had no snow and no rain at all this winter.
Wow.
So
it's so dry.
What little we've had is a fire hazard at the moment.
Wow.
There's like the 2 counties away from me. They've had fires just in the last 2-3 weeks. So, or 4 or 5 days. When was that? 4 or 5 days. Rome, Georgia, Floyd County.
And then we've
Yeah.
had idiots going around specifically setting fires to stuff.
Yeah, because because the winds, they know the winds are getting really strong, and so it's only wow. Yeah.
On the bright side, it hasn't been that windy here this year,
Over
which is
there.
kind of weird because
It's
usually
windy
we
over
have
here.
usually in Alaska, it's anywhere
Louisiana.
between 75 mile per hour to 115 mile per hour winds.
So is it light there all the time? It's always light?
No. What do you do now? Here.
That's crazy.
I don't think there's
You're like,
something
what
out.
the hell?
So, is mom and wife gonna say anything? Hello. She's been hanging out
Hold on
here.
1 second. I gotta mute myself.
Lynn, you want to talk? Shake head, yes, no. Lynn, no. She's just in for some moral support. She's having some. Yeah, we're dealing with some stuff. Like I said, I think a lot of people are rushing to that aid. Mass corruption is going and it's coming all the way up. I mean,
I can tell you I know exactly what you're going through, okay? On yeah, on a deeper level even. Wow. Yeah.
there's a lot of
Because
people popping up, but I think we've got some. Like I said,
we're
last
knocking a
time
lot of people up.
he said his one lawyer, they were moving evidence from CPS court to the criminal court. That was enough to dismiss things. Was the last thing I heard that they had done because there was evidence that was the foundational principle of what they were going after him. It was independently investigated and it was found to be false. There was nothing in there. That was the report. Benny did show me that report, so that's one thing of saying this should go away. But the issue is they have done him so wrong. The only way that they can get out of this, all these people, is to convict Vinny because they have been completely exposed. And like I said, when it comes down to that, let alone there was a Fourth Amendment violation to even start this investigation, which fruit from a poisonous tree automatically applied, and that was never done. Never done.
Although,
This just shows you the corruption of the court systems. And so this makes us to really listen, guys. The other thing is that we're going to have to do is a lot of these people that have had these convictions, that's it. Now brings up the question is, are they really guilty? You know what I'm saying? Well, you're on this list, you're on this. I've really got to question the validity of that list.
what? I am on a list. I got a copy of it. It's called a Fusion Exchange Bulletin. They target people that are very religious, if you're very political, if you take notes, if you ever collect money for a charity.
And like me, if you got a big mouth.
We were attacked on the roadside because they believed, and you could hear the officer say, it's on YouTube. I'll tell you if I would find it. This is in 2012. That's when we first, well, we didn't know what it was called then. We got 2 copies, one from 2012 and we got one from 2014. We knew about this pretty much right after we moved to Florida. In any case, but yes, they do target people. And I knew when it happened, I'm saying, well, this is going to cause some trouble. So we're going everywhere, calling every congressman. I got letters and letters upon letters saying, oh, no, we don't see you on any list here. Other places saying they don't have access to this, whatever. I know that I'm on it because I've got the copy right here. And by having whoever provided me this copy committed a federal crime. So the Florida Department of Law Enforcement lady, there's at the bottom of there, she says she was more worried about not why it said a bunch of lies about me and my husband on it that weren't true at all and wasn't established in court of law, but she's more worried about who gave this to me because they just committed a federal crime. I'm like, I don't know who gave it to me. It came to me in the mail.
I got a case to talk about. I'm not going to mention names, but I got permission from her to talk about it. This is out of West Virginia, of course, because you know West Virginia is my pain in the butt state. The mother had a 12-year-old and an 11-year-old. She's a single mother. She was working 2 jobs, so her brother was babysitting her kid. She found out that her daughter was pregnant about 2 weeks before she gave birth because she did not show. I have literally time-stamped pictures that will show this, okay? Now they're saying that the mother didn't know she was pregnant and purposely didn't know she was being molested. But she didn't know she was being molested. She didn't know she was pregnant until almost a week before she gave birth. As soon as she found out, she had her brother arrested. He's in jail. Okay. It gets, I just read this document she sent me from the court. It gets really messed up. So, and about 2 paragraphs down, it says, the mother knew she was pregnant and failed to give her prenatal care.
Oh.
I was just like, you can't do both. She did not know she was pregnant. She called me the minute that CPS got involved. So they're trying to terminate her rights for her kids because she didn't know anything. But the 12-year-old's no longer allowed to see her son that she wanted to see. And he's about, November, December, January, February, March. So he was about 5 months old now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Completely healthy little boy. This is not Judge Schaefer for once. I was kind of impressed. This is Hillary Bright, the new judge. It's a really messed up case, and there's so many contradictions in every file that she's given me that it's just like, well, I think your best bet in this one is let them terminate you, go up to the appeals court, go through that, because that's going to be your best bet right now.
Yeah, there's too much.
She has a lawyer that's going to be working with her as soon as that termination case goes through. And he's a good lawyer. He's a paid lawyer. They spoke on the phone. She's all for it. But this is something that needs to be said because not every... So all the women here will flat out say, not every woman shows when they're pregnant.
No, they do not. That's facts.
And a 12-year-old isn't even going to know if they're pregnant. You know? I guess the molestation was going on for about 4 to 6 months. He is totally arrested. He is in jail. They are pressing charges. So mom's doing everything right. But the court system is fucking with her.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't see it. It was a mistake. You know, it's one of those things as being parents with all of our kids. We're going to make mistakes with our kids, but yeah, I guess
she barely seen her children. It was, she's working 2 jobs. She's a single mom.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of hard. I'm putting food on the table. Where's my assistance? But if you take my kids, how much money does foster care get that you scrape off the top and put in your pocket that should go directly to me? This is one of those situations. Make it make sense. Yeah. I mean, because what's going to happen? What's the reality? They come in, they take the kids. You're not easing the burden of the American people. You're giving jobs to people to destroy homes, and come in and do the things they do. And cases like this happens to where the money should have been appropriated in a whole different situation, and it would have changed the circumstances completely.
Yeah. And then I got another case. I got another case I'm working on in a different state that because mom has a little bit, she's completely okay. She's able to take care of her kids, but she has a little bit of fecal alcohol syndrome. Okay. They removed her kids due to that.
Well, this is my controversy, this conflict of interest in this. We don't control inflation. We don't control this. We don't control that. We leave that up to our elected and appointed officials to do and regulate those businesses to make sure that we have what we need. That has failed dramatically. of what we need. Now you have to work so much you can't even be around your kids. Now that's a perfect. Why is the government setting up the elected appointed officials for our government setting you up to? We're going to put it so high you got to work two things. You can't even see your kids because you're just fighting to put food on the table. There's no assistance. There's none of this stuff here. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? But then they benefit from it by setting the stage and setting you up for poverty and or trying to keep your head above water because everything's so damn outrageous that you don't even control because you don't own anything. You don't have anything your family's own because they've stolen everything. And they've, now you've got no resources, but now they're profiting from the situation they created.
Yep. And the fucked up thing about the West Virginia one I was talking about is they put the daughter and the mother in court sitting next to each other and specifically telling the daughter that she's not allowed to talk to her mom.
That's fucking cruel and on you. No, that's a torture device. That's not even part of the Geneva. Come on, that's
so that child is sitting there crying her eyes out because she's not allowed to talk to her mom at all, and they're okay with this in this courtroom.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's West Virginia's one of the more fucked up states. I know Maine is too, but
they kind of target the areas, and I don't mean to say this, but that are exceptionally like remote or very poor, or a lot of those things. They
target the low-income families.
Yeah.
They target special needs families. They target the low-income families, and they target. I hate to say this, but if you have a blue-eyed, blonde-haired child, watch it.
Yeah.
Because that's who they targeted with me. That was my daughter.
Now, have you guys heard about the situation? I know Darren wanted to bring this up on the show of Malibu Dallas and the things that are going on with him as being one of the advocates that are, kind of been out there. Have you heard the stuff that's going on there with that?
I know he will be facing jail time soon. That's all I can say on that.
Okay. Okay.
I know all about it, and I've seen the evidence, and that's all I can say.
Okay, that's fine.
Winning.
That's what I said. I have my hands in a lot of things I cannot fully disclose due to NDAs, but that's another reason why you guys don't see me a lot. I'm doing other things.
Okay.
I work with 3 different private investigators on stuff as well.
Cool.
So, if I say I'm busy or if I get really quiet, it's because I'm doing things.
Understood.
And if I need to bring somebody in, like, Gunnar, I brought you in on something a while back because you were the best one for that.
Right.
I
pick and
choose
the resources for the best of the people. Everybody specializes in something a little bit different. And it's how you analyze the case and the strengths and weaknesses,
Yeah, and I tell my clients, if I find a better advocate that can work for you because I can't do everything, I will give you to them. I'm not one of those that, no, you're mine. I'm not going to help you with anything except for, I'm not like that. If I can help by giving you to a better advocate, I'm going to. I don't know everything, and I'll be the first to say that. My main strong suit is termination cases. My main strong suit is going up to Supreme Court. That is how I've gotten 215 kids home in the last 5 years. And sometimes I will tell that client after looking at all the documents, go for termination, do not sign anything. We'll appeal in Supreme Court, we'll get those kids home, and guess what? Most of the time it happens. Now, I won't say it's a quick process. Supreme Court is a long wait. Sometimes it's up to 6 months, sometimes it's up to a year, but it does happen. But if you're going to go up for that termination, the first thing you need to do is start documenting everything, getting all the court transcripts, get all your CPS information. You are allowed to get your CPS stuff from CPS. They're going to fight it. You get a FOIA report. You go in there and you email them saying you want this. You copy everything to delegates, governors, senators. When you request that, you give them 30 days to do it. If that does not work, then you go up the branch. You go to the head office, you do it again. It does work. Sometimes it takes. I thought that was sorry. I thought that was a little shit again. I was like, what the hell?
Voice over here, and it dawned on me. What the hell am I walking?
Yeah, it is.
Lane, you got the
Sorry.
same.
So little shit is my dog, Phantom. Yeah. He's a lab Chihuahua mix. But yeah. And Lynn, hun, if you need to take a break, feel free to turn off your camera and breathe, okay? It's okay. But yeah, no. I mean, I have a lot of information, but I am really busy. Sometimes I will be okay to go on Gunner's show if he invites me in. Okay? Because I guarantee we have information we can share. But I'm very careful about which lives I do because I don't know if anybody knows the story of me, but I have 4 stalkers. Well, 5 now, actually. I have 5 different stalkers. One did hit me in the hip with a car. I do have major hip issues due to that. But I will be the first to tell you, I am never not carrying a manual hole punch. Because of that.
Brenda didn't know you were.
Brenda said, "Let me back in."
Hold on. Quit going away. Quit hitting that button.
So,
I was taking a little break. I did
you're
want to comment on something that
Okay.
she was saying though about getting your court records. I'm talking about getting all your not only the transcript, okay? Everybody's gonna need a transcript if they're going to trial, but I say get your court media because it's all taped, okay? It's a cheaper fee to get your court media.
some of
I
them do.
almost got all mine, like all the kids' hearings.
Yeah, some do not have recordings. I know there's a couple West Virginia courts that do not have cameras in the courtroom.
Really? Wow.
All that tax money and they
Yeah.
can't afford
Some of the smaller towns,
$700 camera.
some of the smaller communities do not have that.
Well, it's funny
So,
in
I think-
Florida, they do have them in the courthouse, but they're like one of only 2 sheriff's offices in the country that don't have body cams or cameras in their.
Right.
Yeah. It's not me.
No, it's my mom. My mother.
Mom.
I have one of those
Oh,
too.
that goes
She should be
crazy
asleep
all
by
the
now, though.
time. I'll learn the show. Don't worry about it. Everybody starts blowing up.
Your moms. So I got a
And I will also say, so this is something I do need to say too. Now, if you are going for your reunification and your visits are going good at the home and your CPS worker is watching and approving of everything, and you see something you don't like with a CPS worker, don't bitch about it. You are that close to getting that kid home, that's going to only set you back.
Yeah, I'd say just keep a record of it. Just make sure you're keeping track of the whole whatever happens every day. Even put it on a calendar. Get one of those big calendars for every fucking day. What happened this day? What happened?
Or take another phone and record it without their permission. It's your private home. You are allowed to record in your private home without them knowing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in public, it's a different story depending on the state.
Right.
So, but
well, I want to show you guys.
Do not fail that child, because if you start bitching about that CPS worker, they're probably going to move to terminating your rights. So if you're starting the reunification process, you're getting in-home visits, you're getting, them back. Don't bitch. Wait until the case is closed. Wait 6 months after that, because trust me, they're going to be watching you for 6 months. then you can go and sue them.
Yeah, don't do anything that jeopardizes you getting to see them. You know, like that's not for everything that you've got going
Just
for you.
like
Don't,
I say,
don't
like
just,
everybody says, stay calm and just watch it
I know.
play out.
I know it's probably gonna suck if you see bruises on your child or bite marks on your child, but do not report that until after you get that kid home. Take pictures, save it. Don't do anything about it. Because you're that close and you don't want to screw it up.
yep, that close. I'm trying to. I got another video for you guys. I want you to see. That I've been creating here. Let me see if I can just. Yep, it's ready to go. This one's. Well, you'll see here. A little bit longer and not quite like what you have seen here, but I want you guys to check this out and tell me what you think of this one. Let's see here.
And one quick thing, real quick, Albie, I don't care that I'm targeted. I'm safe where I am, and I'm doing what's good. And they can target me all they want. I live with a bodyguard. He happens to be also my boyfriend, but he has everything I need. And if they get past the bodyguard, I have pit bulls. So, you know, there is that.
So you got hellhounds and bodyguards at Fanny's house. All right, check this one out, guys. What do you think of this one? Here we go.
The family unit is under attack. Across the nation, parents are finding themselves facing a formidable adversary, Child Protective Services, CPS. Tasked with the crucial responsibility of protecting children from abuse and neglect, CPS has unfortunately, in many instances, overstepped its bounds, transforming from protector to persecutor. This essay serves as a vital resource for parents, equipping them with the knowledge and tools necessary to navigate the often treacherous waters of CPS involvement. It is imperative for parents to understand their fundamental rights when confronted with CPS investigations. The Constitution, our nation's supreme law, guarantees certain protections that CPS cannot infringe upon. By understanding these rights and recognizing the tactics employed by CPS, parents can effectively advocate for themselves and their families. Knowledge is power. This essay will delve into the legal framework surrounding CPS interventions, empowering parents to identify and challenge unlawful actions. We will explore the constitutional amendments that safeguard parental rights, analyze pivotal legal cases, and provide practical advice to help parents protect their families. Remember, you are your child's first and most important advocate. Arm yourself with knowledge, stand firm in your rights, and never back down from protecting your family. CPS operates under a broad mandate to investigate allegations of child abuse and neglect. While this authority is essential for safeguarding children, it also leaves the system vulnerable to misuse. It is crucial to understand the tactics often employed by CPS that can infringe upon your rights. One common tactic is the unannounced home visit. CPS workers may arrive at your doorstep without a warrant, demanding entry to inspect your home and interview your children. They may use intimidation tactics, pressuring you to comply by suggesting that refusal will result in your children being taken away. Another tactic is the use of leading questions during interviews with children. CPS workers may ask suggestive questions that influence a child's responses, potentially painting an inaccurate picture of the home environment. They may also separate children from their parents during interviews, making them more susceptible to manipulation. Furthermore, CPS often relies on the opinions of mandated reporters such as teachers and doctors, who are legally obligated to report suspected abuse. However, these reports are sometimes based on subjective observations or misunderstandings, leading to unfounded investigations. It is vital to remember that you have rights. You have the right to remain silent, the right to an attorney, and the right to refuse entry to your home without a warrant. Understanding these rights and recognizing these tactics is essential for protecting yourself and your family from unwarranted intrusion and potential harm. The United States Constitution, the bedrock of our legal system, guarantees certain fundamental rights to all citizens, including parents. When CPS initiates an investigation, it is crucial to understand that you do not surrender these rights. The 4th, 5th, and 14th Amendments are particularly relevant in the context of CPS interventions. These amendments provide a strong legal basis for challenging unlawful actions by CPS and protecting your parental rights. The 4th Amendment safeguards against unreasonable searches and seizures, requiring law enforcement to obtain a warrant based on probable cause before entering your home. This means that CPS cannot simply enter your home without a warrant or your consent. The 5th Amendment protects against self-incrimination, ensuring that you cannot be forced to testify against yourself. You have the right to remain silent during questioning and to have an attorney present. The 14th Amendment guarantees due process and equal protection under the law. This means that CPS must follow fair procedures and cannot discriminate against you or your family. By understanding these constitutional protections, you can effectively advocate for your rights and challenge any unlawful actions by CPS. Remember, you have the right to remain silent, the right to an attorney, and the right to refuse entry to your home without a warrant. The 4th Amendment to the United States Constitution serves as a vital shield, protecting the sanctity of your home from unreasonable searches and seizures. This protection is paramount when dealing with CPS, as their investigations often involve attempts to enter your home and gather information. The 4th Amendment clearly states that individuals have the right to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. This means that government officials, including CPS workers, cannot simply enter your home without a warrant based on probable cause. Probable cause, in the context of CPS investigations, requires specific and articulable facts that would lead a reasonable person to believe that a child is at risk of imminent harm. Vague allegations, unsubstantiated suspicions, or anonymous tips are generally not sufficient to establish probable cause. If CPS workers arrive at your doorstep without a warrant, you have the right to refuse them entry. You can politely but firmly inform them that you will not allow them to enter your home without a warrant. Remember, you are not required to consent to a search, and refusing entry does not automatically imply guilt. However, it is important to note that there are exceptions to the warrant requirement. For instance, if CPS workers have reason to believe that a child is in immediate danger, they may be able to enter your home without a warrant under the exigent circumstances exception. The 5th Amendment to the United States Constitution provides another layer of protection for parents facing CPS investigations. This amendment guarantees the right against self-incrimination, ensuring that individuals cannot be compelled to provide testimony that could be used against them in a criminal case. In the context of CPS investigations, the 5th Amendment safeguards you from being forced to answer questions that could potentially incriminate you. This protection applies to both verbal and written statements. It is crucial to remember that anything you say to a CPS worker can be used against you in court. If you're being questioned by CPS, you have the right to remain silent. You can politely but firmly inform the CPS worker that you are invoking your 5th Amendment right and will not answer any questions without an attorney present. It is essential to seek legal counsel immediately if you are being investigated by CPS. An experienced attorney can advise you on your rights, help you navigate the complexities of the legal system, and ensure that your rights are protected throughout the process. Remember, you are not obligated to prove your innocence. The burden of proof lies with CPS to demonstrate that a child is at risk of harm. Do not feel pressured to answer questions or provide information that could potentially be used against you. Section 6. The 14th Amendment, Due Process and Equal Protection under the Law. The 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution plays a crucial role in safeguarding parental rights during CPS investigations. This amendment guarantees due process and equal protection under the law, ensuring that all individuals, including parents, are treated fairly by the government. The Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment requires that CPS follow fair procedures when investigating allegations of child abuse or neglect. This means that parents have the right to be notified of the allegations against them, to confront witnesses, and to present their own evidence. CPS cannot simply remove children from their homes without affording parents a fair hearing. Parents have the right to challenge the allegations against them in court and to present their case before a judge. The Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment prohibits CPS from discriminating against parents based on race, religion, national origin, or any other protected characteristic. This means that CPS cannot target parents for investigation or treat them differently based on their background or beliefs. The 14th Amendment serves as a cornerstone of fairness and justice in CPS proceedings. It ensures that parents are not subjected to arbitrary or discriminatory treatment, and that their fundamental rights are protected throughout the process. Section 7. Fighting back strategies for protecting your family. When facing a CPS investigation, it is essential to remain calm, collected, and proactive in protecting your family. While the process can be daunting, understanding your rights and employing effective strategies can significantly impact the outcome. First and foremost, never consent to a search of your home without a warrant. Politely but firmly inform CPS workers that you understand your Fourth Amendment rights and will not allow them to enter your home without a warrant based on probable cause. Secondly, exercise your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You are not obligated to answer questions or provide information that could potentially incriminate you. If CPS workers attempt to question you, politely inform them that you are invoking your right to remain silent and request an attorney. Thirdly, document everything. Keep detailed records of all interactions with CPS, including dates, times, names of individuals involved, and summaries of conversations. If possible, have a witness present during any interactions with CPS. Fourthly, seek legal counsel immediately. An experienced attorney specializing in child welfare law can provide invaluable guidance, protect your rights, and advocate for you and your family throughout the process. Lastly, remember that you are your child's best advocate. Stay informed, stay engaged, and never stop fighting for your family. Section 8. Case Studies. Learning from the victories and losses of others. Examining real-life cases involving CPS investigations can provide valuable insights and help you understand the complexities of such situations. While each case is unique, analyzing past cases can highlight common pitfalls, effective strategies, and the importance of asserting your rights. In one notable case, a family faced a CPS investigation based on an anonymous tip alleging neglect. The parents, unaware of their rights, allowed CPS workers into their home without a warrant. During the investigation, the parents made incriminating statements that were later used against them in court. As a result, their children were temporarily removed from their custody. This case highlights the importance of understanding your Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights. In another case, a family successfully challenged a CPS investigation by documenting all interactions with CPS, hiring an experienced attorney, and presenting compelling evidence to refute the allegations. The parents' diligence and proactive approach resulted in the case being dismissed, and their children remained in their custody. These cases demonstrate that understanding your rights, seeking legal counsel, and actively participating in the process can significantly impact the outcome of the CPS investigation. Section 9. Conclusion. Stand your ground, know your rights, protect your family. Navigating the complexities of a CPS investigation can be a daunting and emotionally charged experience. However, by understanding your constitutional rights, recognizing common CPS tactics, and employing effective strategies, you can protect your family and increase your chances of a favorable outcome. Remember that you are your child's first and most important advocate. Never underestimate the power of knowledge, preparation, and a steadfast commitment to protecting your family. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and never be afraid to assert your rights. The Constitution provides strong protections for parents, and understanding these rights is paramount. The Fourth Amendment safeguards your home from unreasonable searches, the Fifth Amendment protects you from self-incrimination, and the 14th Amendment guarantees due process and equal protection under the law. If you are facing a CPS investigation, remember that you are not alone. Seek legal counsel immediately, document everything, and never stop fighting for your family.
Hello?
There we are. I gotta make two comments real quick and then I gotta run. First one, Darren. When is the live with Tiffany on Monday?
7:30 usually is when it starts, Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, hold. Hit 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 3 my time. Got it. The next one is on that video. There is one big thing that everybody forgets. Everybody needs to start going through and remembering the best fight in family court, in Supreme Court. Learn your federal capital laws. I have them everywhere. They're pinned up on a bunch of stuff on the chat. They're in Wicked Warriors Families group under the files. Learn them. If you need them, I can email them. That will help you guys fight. Federal capital laws are supposed to be, even in family court, upheld. Okay? You mix that with your constitutional rights, you'll probably get the kids home before you hit Supreme Court. And the third quick one is Darren. Tiffany told me you had a song for me. Can I hear it?
Which one?
The one for Wicked Warriors Rise.
Oh, I haven't finished that one yet.
Okay,
I
then the
have
other
one
one.
that's not done. It's not done yet. That will be ready for its prevail.
Okay.
But when are you guys doing your first thing?
Sometime next week. I got to get with Kim, Tiffany, Lynn, and Lisa on that one.
Okay. So I've got a few more days. All right. Cool.
And then you guys will all know before it goes on. I'm just trying to figure out a streaming program that's cheap enough for me to do this with. So.
And one that doesn't censor you.
Yeah, that too.
Right.
But yeah, that's my main goal. Is I'm trying to figure out at least a cheap one because I don't have much money to put it on first. But that is all for now. But yeah, Tiffany said she wanted me on that show on Monday, so I need to be there.
Yeah, I think we have something good coming down the pike for Monday.
Yeah, I know. She's a little heated, she says.
Here.
And don't forget, tomorrow night's her family. Tomorrow night's her dad.
Yeah.
Jared, do we figure out time I'm going to do Thursday? Should we do?
What time do you want to do, Brenda? What time do we want to do you on Thursdays?
How about 9 o'clock?
All right. Well, you guys all have a good night. I got to go make dinner before the hangry people start.
Anybody else is doing anything. That's why.
All right. Thank you, Spanny, for coming on.
If you send me a copy of that schedule, I could just. Well, you can look at it and see.
Well, the world's waiting. The world's waiting. Let's figure it out right now while everybody's here.
Right? I mean, God.
If you want to do 9 o'clock tomorrow night, that way it's before the. If you want to do in between the Tiff and Punisher, and then in between CPS Victims Fighting Justice, and that's fine.
All right. Should we do the top of the hour? Right? Top of the hour, better, right?
Sure, absolutely.
So 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock, and then half-hour break, and then a 10:45 show for the evening. Fills the slot.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
There was one inaccuracy in your video, though. CPS workers cannot enter your home for imminent danger. That is the rules that come down from the federal statute for them to get federal funding. It specifically says that if there is imminent danger, they are to remove themselves to get to a safe place and to call 911. The reason for that behind that if you go down the rabbit trail for why that was passed is because CPS workers have no oath. And because they're a state worker and they don't have the proper training or anything through that, and that's reserved for law enforcement only, they're not supposed to enter the home for imminent danger. They're to call a police.
It's more like a vague circumstance that they need imminent danger that leads them to have all kinds of access.
leaves it
It's
open.
not stating. I mean,
Well, it's
otherwise,
extreme or bodily
otherwise,
harm,
then
but the state guidelines.
what's the point of saying that? Then why wouldn't the police
Hey,
just be the
well,
ones
once
that come and
again,
get
why
your
are they
kids?
even there? Because if there's no crime, exactly the same thing. You know, hey, we're doing a safety check. I look
Correct.
in the here and I hear something. I'm going to back out, call that. Okay, that's a probable cause. I have a firsthand experience of this is what I've seen, or this or that, or a camera on there. I mean, everybody's got cameras. Record it. Okay, show the
Well, here's a question: how do they even know it's an imminent
exactly.
danger
There's the
situation?
other thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you have to articulate.
Secret is how if they think there is danger, why do they keep it secret where they found this out?
Exactly.
Like, where did they find this out from?
You know, oh, I saw a kid taking it, trying to stab another kid. It's two kids fucking playing with Nerf swords. Are you fucking kidding me? I've heard of a case like that.
Right.
I'm like, so that was your probable cause to get in? And then they just rolled over it like, well, it doesn't matter. We're in anyway. It doesn't matter. Why? Because the state already gave away your rights to the Fourth Amendment. All 50 of them. Don't believe me? Go look at your handbooks.
Oh, Darren, I thought it was a good job on that. Yeah, it was very informative. Very good. Very good job.
But that was the only thing, like I said, that has changed, and that does come down from that, and they're supposed to. Will they do that? But like I said, there was a lot of talk about that particular subject when writing that for the Department of Health and Human Services, Department of Children and Family Services Division of the federal level, and you can find that information on the federal website. There's also accreditation things that are for your child advocacy centers and some of those other things for them to participate. Their guidelines, or we'll not say guidelines, their requirements are posted. And if they are not meeting all of those particular things, they are not a legal center and they are illegally obtaining funds. So that means everything that they're doing there, even though it all looks good and it's a big polished turd, they got to retain the documents. They have to retain the video. They have to, and not just the forensic video. They're supposed to have video on the entire premises for everybody's safety. And when they go deleting that or anything else, that is a crime, and that center is not a legal center.
Holding it, hiding it, whatever they're doing, put it in a warehouse, never to be found.
Yeah, it's hey, there's places that come right out and tell you they deleted. I'm just being dead honest with you. They admit to the crime, and that's what most people don't realize is it is a crime, unless you go back to what is required by the federal government to be considered a child advocacy center. There is a book this thick of the requirements, and unless you read through them, it will tell you what all is required to open a center with that particular thing and get that particular status, especially with most of them being 501c, that they have to meet the threshold for the children's safety, for the family safety, and everything else. But you go in these places, oh, we got cameras, but they don't record. You're not a legal center, and the inspectors in these states that are certain. And here's the funny thing: you know who does the inspections? CPS.
Yeah.
Department of Children and Family Services accredit
themselves.
These. They accredit their subcontractors.
That's what it is.
The thing. It's crooked as fuck.
And the third party, like taping and observing the visits, then they change it to just me, being observed by the Partnership for Destroying Families. And there they just sit there and took some notes. They didn't have any cameras in there.
That's not legal. Like I said, they have been given enough money within Child and Department of Family Service, even federal funds, to deal with these things. I mean, part of that money that was supposed to go in, if so, that's a misappropriation of funds that was given to upgrade these centers and make them competent and upright and transparent. Even to the point, but you see how much is siphoned off when you look at their budget for administrative. I mean, they have, you guys ever looked at your state CPS administrations versus caseworkers? It's fucking disgusting. There's more administrators than there are caseworkers. Why? Because they go through caseworkers like crazy. Some caseworkers will get into it with the concept of, hey, I want to help families, children. And you guys hear this story all the time. And we get involved with it and go, oh my God, I am destroying families and what they're doing. And there's even caseworkers that knew and reported to their supervisors. They were aware of fucking trafficking. And CPS turned on that caseworker and went after her. So to hush her up. Several of them. There's several of them with that story. That's scary. You turn on, but here's the hook. If you're a caseworker, they get you so far in, then they turn around. You realize how many crimes you've committed by entering people's homes? You realize you could go to jail for that? You're ours now. See how they trap you?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've heard caseworkers turn around and say,
Yeah.
you've taken all these people's kids and you've done all these illegal things, and they'll point it out to them to hook them. And say, you got two choices. You can come on board with this and that. Otherwise, you're on the other side. You want to keep your kids and anything else? No, take this.
Baby.
We'll help you with the judges. We'll help you with this, with your case, especially single moms. They're targeting a lot of single mom with kids. Why? Because if those caseworkers flip, guess what they got? They got their kids to hush them up. You see what kind of leverage that is to shut up a caseworker? And there's several of them across this country that is happening to right now.
I've seen it happen too. I seen this happen to a guardian ad litem girl. She was like young, black, like really nice looking black girl. She comes in and she's like, right away, I could tell she was doing a great job. Then it wasn't like a month later that she was already corrupted by him. You could just tell the difference.
The point is that CPS does more damage than good. When you evaluate any program, you have to say whether or not, and instead of it looking at it as does it help the American people or not, it's looked at it like a business structure of, are we profitable? Can we employ more people? You ever wonder why they take and, hey, we're going to improve the income. We're going to hire all these government workers. You remember hearing that in the past decade, 12 years? Guess what those workers were under the Clinton and Obama administration? Case workers. That's who they put to work. All these things that they were funding to give more money to caseworkers, CPS, to traffic the kids. And then all those people who were this that had all the dirty shit that they were doing. If you don't believe me, they killed a U.S. senator over this shit in Georgia.
Yep.
This is deep. Listen, what we're dealing with here, and I'm going to use many different words. This is the core and the heart, the thing that they finally got a hold of and they don't want to let go of, which is our children and our families. It destroys us. But understanding whatever you want to call it, the deep state, the corporation, whatever it is profiting from this, and they're destroying families. They're finally waking up because these states are realizing what? We better pass some laws to protect some stuff. Otherwise, if these people wake up and actually sue us, everybody that's had their kid removed in the whole state for the past 10 years, we're broke and we're out of a job. But what other form? Let me ask you guys this. Name something in any state that their department has the full power, being just actors, not even elected or appointed. They're just actors that have the power, the full power of the state to come against you. Name one organization.
Sheriff Department, court.
Nope, CPS has got more power than Sheriff's Department. Matter of fact, your state government has told all your law enforcement to step aside and not get in the way of CPS. Don't believe me? Go ask any deputy in any county. I guarantee that paperwork came from the state to your sheriff or anything else. Anything involving CPS, you are not to get involved and you are to stand aside. You are to only assist. Wow. So the state took away what? What you just duly elected your sheriff to do, which is what? Protect you against government and company officials and protect our constitutional rights. Your sheriffs have violated their oath, knowingly or not. The state doesn't control that. We elected that person. The state doesn't have the right to redefine it.
Yes, it wasn't the sheriff that did it. It's those that are enforcing it.
It's a violation of their oath. But once again, money. And wait, Brenda, didn't you take and deal with that you had a corrupt sheriff and all that other stuff, that it was all about the money? I can't lose that money. Because if somebody else gets in here, they're going to find out everything I've done and all the stuff I've got is going to go away.
I want to say, through these fusion exchanges, the law enforcement will exchange information from state to state, because it went from on the bulletin, you can see right down the line, it says, where do you get this information? Maine State Police, Maine State Police. Well, weren't they the same people that freaking beat us up on the roadside and harmed my daughter? Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, it just goes. Yeah, it's gonna fall.
Yeah, let me show you. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's wrap up for some
Wrap
last
it up
words
like the
here.
Dave Chappelle show. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Like a couple things. Brenda, you want to start with them?
No.
All right.
Wrap it up like it's a prom night. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Guys, know your constitutional rights. Understand that these people have guidelines and things and requirements that are needed that they must meet before they can receive federal payment. If they don't meet these things, they're not entitled to the federal payment. Title IV, Title V, all those things in there. If you can disqualify and point some of that out in those cases, that disqualifies them from even having evidence in court. They're not illegitimate. They don't meet the thing. Therefore, any evidence or anything they have is thrown out. This has happened in several cases. Know your rights, fight. Um, be open when you hear a lot of stories and both sides of the stories of things to listen. And sometimes there's stuff that that other people don't know. Um, it changes a lot of perspective. But like I said, keep an open mind always. I mean, before you make your decision, because there's more information you may not know of that would change the whole situation. And it could only take one fact to change the whole situation. And let's keep that in mind. And like I said, walk careful, as they say, walk softly, but carry a big damn stick. Thanks, guys.
Big damn stick.
Okay, so what I wanted to say is, well, just remember that ultimately, fighting this fight for your children, okay? And don't give up. And I always think I heard that song on the radio today. It's a good one. Remember, when you're lost and alone and you're sinking like a stone, carry on. Whatever happened to fun, guys? It didn't last long. And then Nate Russ, he went off and sang some songs on his own. But that was a very inspirational band for the time that it came out for me. And that's what I find is just like for relaxing and just letting yourself go in the garden. Maybe it's music, maybe it's going for a walk, whatever you're gonna do. Play a game, play a video game. But take some time to take a breath for sure, because there's a lot going on.
Yes.
All right, take care of your mental health, guys. And
Yeah.
tune in tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. Brenda is moving up. We're bringing Brenda back.
I'm backing up my time later.
You're gonna have like the Welcome Back Cotter theme song. I mean,
Yeah, back Brenda. Yeah. Oh, maybe that's a good idea. So, yeah, guys, don't forget tomorrow bringing back Brenda, obviously on its new time at 9 o'clock. Kim Page is coming back next week with her shows, so that's cool. We got Gunning for CPS on Sunday nights at 9:30. We've got Obsidian on with the Truth Prevails on Sundays. Also, as far as our man Vinny, he will not be doing his shows just this week. He's focusing on what he's got to do. Let's see, Danielle obviously she does whatever she wants. She's on every time she can possibly get on this thing. She's awesome. She does a great job. So we got all of this stuff coming. Don't forget, like I said earlier in the show, we're shooting to get this thing on Roku. Like I said, there's a little button over here. So if everybody on the shows can maybe possibly throw it up there so we can see if we can help support the cause and help us raise the money to get the Roku channel, that would be great. As I said, it's $299 a month, and it will get paid, but it would be cool if we could get some help with that. That's about where.
Guys, listen, man, I am getting blown up now, left and right. I have gotten like 7 text messages here of people with stories and stuff. It's spreading like crazy. You guys have no idea of people coming forward. We have somebody here that has just texted me talking about how they have family members that are involved with this, can get access to county records. I mean, all sorts of stuff they've had. the corruption, the illegal stuff, this and that. Guys, get that evidence to us. Yes, please, please, please. We would love to look at it. There's a lot of things we're working on you don't know about, but guys, we are growing. Darren, I know you love getting excited about this, man, but man, they are reaching out like left and right, like never before. And it's not just cases of parents. It's people, wait a minute, I was caught up as a caseworker, and see how that caught that fast? I got somebody that was a caseworker. I know somebody in the county that was doing that. I know a corrupt judge. You got hard evidence, send it to us. We're going to try and make sure that gets to the right place, to the right people, man. Do everything in our power, but stuff like that is ammunition we need 100%, guys. And Darren, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It's just, I'm just getting blown up over just even this show. So guys, thanks, man. But go ahead, Darren, close us out.
No. That's it. Do it. Send us their stuff. Send us the stuff so that way we can hammer these bastards.
We need
But that all being said, I'm the CPS Punisher, and I think we're gonna be out of here.
We out of here.
We are out of here. Thanks for coming in tonight, guys.
We gone.
For having us.
Y'all
Good
tomorrow.
job on that, what you've been working on. Good job, Darren. Thank
Oh, thanks you, Brenda. It's so kind. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Let's go. The world getting crazy, baby, chill. Don't medicate, just meditate. You waking up now, baby, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate. Separate and segregate, don't celebrate quite yet. The storm is coming, cue for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate the values of our country and our God is what they desecrate. The fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate, do fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together, congregate. Then we liberate, praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. Marching on the streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour, troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpent.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show, it stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, chose to just neglect it. Deflected by some breaking news, hope we just accept it. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objective, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the testament, these children are protected. So I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed, lying not a sheep. Only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheap. Drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition. No, I'm gonna start resisting, and then I pray for forgiveness.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show, it stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. This puppet show, it stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
Our courts are contaminated with young, inexperienced caseworkers and polluted with bribes, high-priced bonuses for speedy adoption of terminated parents, and judges who don't practice law with the Constitution in their sights. This is a problem.
They take away the fathers, leaving just a mom and cubs. They know that with that out the way, the better things will go. Breaking apart the family, destroying the American way. Our legacy is built upon our families of yesterday. Fuck CPS, fuck what they doing. Fuck CPS, they need to be ruined. It's all about the division of family services. You hear that the division is what they about. They prey upon the family, the ones that the dad's been kicked out. We can't stand for this abomination. This is the song that needs to play across our once great nation, making us aware of the problem. Stealing our kids, it's not mama drama. Stand up for those who are lost to them. We need to fight for the family, making America great again. CPS comes along with the mission to protect. The only thing they are doing is cashing in those checks, paid for by the souls of the children, diagnosed by a caseworker who is still a baby herself. They take away the fathers, leaving just the mom and cubs. They know that with dad out the way, the better things will go. Breaking apart the family, destroying the American way. Our legacy is built upon our families of yesterday. Fuck CPS, fuck what they doing. Fuck CPS, they need to be ruined. It's all about the division of family services. You hear that the division, that's what they about. They prey upon the family, the ones that the dad's been kicked out. We can't stand for this abomination. This is the song that needs to play across our once great nation, making us aware of the problem. Stealing our kids, it's not mama drama. Stand up for those who are lost to them. We need to fight for the family, making America great again.